Hello and welcome back to another video. Ooh. And if I were to ever open a museum, I'd call it the Museum of Moderately Interesting Mundane Items. Just have mundane items that are moderately interesting. For example, this thing. E-circuit electronics. Pedometer uses one AG10 battery. I had to replace the battery in this thing, and yeah, it's just a digital counter. Yeah, I saw a few of these in this thrift store at our local mall, and at first I was like, interesting. I'll just look at So at first I saw it and I was like, nifty. Anyway, but then I noticed, wait, e-circuit electronics? That is, where's my radio? Shit, that is the, I can't, I have one of the 9-volt batteries in my, transistor radio. Anyway, that is the, in-house brand for the Dollar Tree, for the, their for their electrical the batteries, basically. But I never knew they did electronics. I mean, the Dollar Tree used to do, calculators, including scientific calculators, which they no longer do, and I'm still kind of salty about. And I've never seen something like this in, any of those stores, so this thing's pretty old. Pretty freaking old. And I should have grabbed more of these. The reason being, I like to decap integrated circuits, mostly these cheapo things. And I'm curious if this is actually an ASIC in here. If this is just some Verilog doohickey that some random person in East Asia cobbled together in a couple months, or if it's actually a microcontroller. I'm not sure. It might be. I don't know. I mean, I thought this coin counter I had. Oh, this might. Wait, no. No, the coin counter had a different display. Well, this coin counter that just like miraculously stopped working. I decided, you know what? Let's decap the coin counter blob, and I seemed like a microcontroller to me. No, it's not. It was not. It's not a microcontroller. It is a ASIC. Yeah, just discrete logic. Clearly discrete logic. No like blocks of RAM or ROM. Anyway, so and I also got this because, like, it would be hilarious if this thing could be overclocked, because quite a lot of these things, because of the way silicon fabrication works, doing resistors on silicon is just ludicrous. You just have these fantastically long, I think it's polysilicon, extra thin polysilicon traces of sorts on the substrate, and it's just like, it's awful. And then you have stuff like designers try to do stuff like having one resistor, and then you have all these transistors that branch off with their bases connected to it, so that you don't have to have multiple freaking lines traced onto the substrate. Anyway, steady 7,500 steps. Top tracker 10,000 steps. Elite 12,000 steps. Professional 15,000 steps. Easy to use, counts to 99,999 steps. The large LCD, I wonder if it actually will wrap around or if it'll stop. I'm gonna have to get like a microcontroller and an optocouple out and test that. Large LCD display, integrate blurry camera, integral belt clip. Shouldn't that be integrated? Low power consumption, 24 months at 10,000 steps daily. Why is it dependent on steps? Would that be because that switch would drag one of the input pins down and increase the power consumption slightly? Battery included, AG10 alkaline cell 1.5 volts. Now close to 0 volts because entropy. Battery lifetime is approximately blah blah blah. Caution! Keep batteries blah blah blah. Contains mercury. Do not put in trash. Recycle or manage as hazardous waste. I was going to say something regarding mercury in batteries, but then I realized that might be a leftover text because from maybe some of these at some point had mercury switches in them. And oh, that just hit me. Free bead of mercury. Imagine all the dads out there and hobbyists. If they want just a blob of mercury, they pop over to the local Dollar Tree, buy some of these, and just crush the mercury switches out, and rip the mercury switches out of them for the bead of mercury. That's kind of hilarious. Instructions: for best results, fit the pedometer to your waistband directly above the hip. Press the reset button to zero the pedometer before use. Using a normal walking action, the pedometer will now record each step you make, just like the FBI and the CIA and MI6 and yeah, we live under a fascist piece of shit. Distributed by Green Bear International, which yeah, that's the company. Anyway. It's just very simple. Counts up. Really at oh. Weird. Doesn't just instantly reset, that's strange. Yeah, it's quite simple. Yeah, I've had to replace the battery. Let me open this. There we go. I had to dial in, but yeah, the test leads are the probe's gonna be dragging the stuff down. But yeah, it looks like this thing runs right about 32 kilohertz. So yeah, that that 1 mega ohm resistor, 105. Watch as I probably misread that and made myself look like a fool. Yeah, basically these things are so cheap that just like this, these are cheap electronics. They're so cheap unless they have to deal with like actually being having a proper, be able to like keep time accurately. They're so cheap that cost reduction is the utmost importance. And well, crystal oscillators, they're a little more expensive. So and because resistors on silicon are so ludicrous, at least in this time frame, quite often you'd see stuff like an external timing resistor. Capacitors on silicon are also ridiculous things, but not nearly as much. Guess what one of the newer videos is going to be about? Yep. Overclocking the pissing pedometer. So yeah, this is the inside of that pedometer. Of course, this thing, as from the previous video, same thing. Similar thing as this. M215B/V5. Ooh, That die is actually a little bigger than I expected. See right there? A little, would have expected it to be quite a bit smaller, but, yeah, just like something like that. This probably doesn't ever turn off. Unfortunately, no date codes. Although there's weird, crap there and there for some reason. Yeah, no date codes, unfortunately. So yeah, that's this thing.